Welcome. Today, we're going to build the blueprint for one of the most critical parts of any food and beverage operation, menu planning. This, right here, is where your strategy and creativity come together to actually drive profitability.
Hello, I'll be your guide for this session. You can think of me as a resource, drawing on a whole lot of experience in modern hospitality to support you. It's a real pleasure to welcome all you students from Europe Hotel School to this part of your online journey. We're here to support your professional growth in this incredible, fast-paced industry.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We've broken it down into 4 essential stages. First, we'll lay down the strategic foundation. Then, we'll get into the fun part, crafting the menu itself. After that, we'll dig into the science of pricing, and we'll wrap it all up by talking about how to ensure quality and consistency. Let's dive in.
All right, first up, the strategic foundation. You know, it's a super common mistake to think a menu just starts with a bunch of cool recipes. But the truth is, a really successful menu, well, that's built on a clear and solid strategy, long before a single ingredient even hits the cutting board.
So this strategy really rests on 3 main pillars. Step 1, you've got to define your concept. What's the story you're trying to tell? Are you a fine dining spot, a casual bistro, a farm-to-table cafe? This core identity, what we call your unique selling proposition, is going to guide every single choice you make. Second, you have to know your audience, and I mean really know them. We're talking market research, data analysis. You need to understand their tastes, their needs, and, this is a big one, their spending habits. Who are you actually cooking for, right? And finally, you have to analyze your competition. What's the restaurant down the street offering? What are they charging? When you really dig into this, you start to see the gaps in the market. And those gaps, those are your opportunities to shine.
And this is a great way to visualize that whole process. On one side, you've got your unique selling proposition, crystal clear. Maybe it's your commitment to locally sourced ingredients. And on the other side, you're literally mapping out what the competition is up to. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about copying them. No way. It's about finding your own unique lane in the market and making sure your guests understand exactly what makes you special.
Okay, so once you have that rock-solid strategy in place, we can move on to our second section, crafting the menu offerings. This is where things get really fun. It's the creative process of turning all that research and your vision into an actual, enticing list of dishes.
The magic word here is balance. A well-structured menu doesn't just list food, it guides your guest on a culinary journey. You see how items are grouped into logical categories? Appetizers, main courses, desserts. This isn't just for keeping things tidy. It's all about offering a variety that works for different tastes and price points, making sure every single guest finds something they're excited to try.
Which, of course, brings us to a crucial point, profitability. Section 3 is all about the science of pricing. Look, you can have the most wonderful, creative dishes in the world, but if the pricing is off, the business just won't be sustainable. This is where the art of cooking meets arithmetic.
And it all starts with understanding one absolutely crucial term, food cost. To put it simply, this is what you pay for the raw ingredients that go into a single dish. Getting this number right for every item on your menu is the absolute bedrock of a profitable pricing strategy. It's the direct cost for every plate that leaves your kitchen.
So what's a good number to aim for? Well, this right here is a key industry benchmark. Now, it can definitely vary, but a target food cost of around 30% of the menu price is a really common goal. Think of it this way. For every euro a guest spends, about 30 cents of that covers the ingredients. This figure is like your North Star, helping you price dishes for profitability.
But ingredients are only one part of the puzzle. Take a look at this breakdown. That 30% for ingredients is just one slice of the pie. The price a guest pays also has to cover labor costs, your chefs and service staff, and all the overhead like rent and utilities. It's only after all those costs are covered that you get to your profit margin. Every price on that menu is a careful calculation of these 4 elements.
This brings us to our final, and honestly, maybe the most important section of all, ensuring quality and consistency. You can have a brilliant strategy, a creative menu, and perfect pricing, but without consistent execution, it all falls apart. This is what builds trust and keeps guests coming back.
I love this quote because it is so profoundly true in our industry. Consistency is what transforms a good restaurant into a great brand. The guest who comes back for their favorite dish expects it to taste and look exactly as they remember. Delivering on that expectation time and time again is how you build loyalty and a lasting reputation.
So how do we achieve that kind of consistency? Through standardized recipes.
This is the blueprint for every single dish, and it's not just a simple list of ingredients. It's a detailed document outlining precise measurements, step-by-step techniques, plating instructions, and portion sizes. This ensures that whether your head chef or a brand new cook is preparing the dish, the result is identical every single time.
So let's bring our blueprint together. It all begins with strategy. From there, we move to the creative process of menu creation. This is then grounded by the science of pricing to ensure profitability. And finally, it's all sustained through operational consistency. These are the 4 pillars of any successful menu. In the end, a menu is so much more than a list of food. It is the primary story you tell your guests. It conveys your brand, your philosophy, and your promise of a culinary experience. So as you move forward in your careers, always remember this. Your menu is your story. What will you write?